Flap 2. Do you think you're gonna have the station with the patient all the time? You need to be expecting absolutely everything. You might be talking to the patient's mother, to the patient's dad, to the patient's carer. You might be talking to the patient with special needs. You might be talking to a patient with learning difficulties, for example. So let's talk about the patient with learning difficulties for the sake of this video. First, you have to expect that you might not be talking to the patient in this station. You might be talking to a patient's relative, mom, dad, next of kin. And when the patient with learning difficulties come to, let's say, for a consultation or for medical reason, you don't have to explore learning difficulties. If the patient, let's say, is a 25-year-old man, for example, with learning difficulties that have been diagnosed since birth, all right? Are you going to leave the main complaint that the patient's coming, let's say, with vomiting and diarrhea and start asking about learning difficulties at this stage? You're not. You can simply just mention one question. It's very simple. In the sense of your everyday life, day-to-day activity, do you need to tell me anything that you might be struggling with? Is there anything that I might be able to help with? But you don't have to ask what kind of learning difficulties and all of this. You're gonna lose time. You're gonna sound off topic. It's not really necessary. In learning difficulties station, you have to be very thoughtful, especially if you're talking to the patient itself. You have to be extremely thoughtful. You have to keep saying every now and then, am I making myself clear? Are you following up till now? Can you repeat what I said? Spectacular. Thank you so much. Always remember to thank the patient in all stations, not just here. Also, social is really important in these stations. You have to ask about, so where do you live? Do you have carers? Can you able to manage on your own? Who's helping you? Your mom and dad? If that's not the case, if you're talking to the mom and dad, how are you managing all of this? Are you able to juggle your own personal life, your work, and taking care of your son or daughter, or the non-binary child that you have? If the next of kin said no or yeah, feel free to tell them there might be some things we can offer to help. There might be carers we can get them on board. It's not really my field of interest, or it's not really my job, but I can check with the nurses for you. They probably have more ideas about that, or the discharge coordinator, hypothetically, if you're an inward inpatient. So bottom line, don't always ask about a learning difficulty if that's not the complaint.